You're through to Equiniti. How can I help you?
Good afternoon. Am I speaking to Birmingham Registry, the call centre?
So we're Equiniti.
Yes. Is it the Birmingham Registry Centre? I'm not speaking to India, am I?
No, we're based in Birmingham.
Good. Who am I speaking to, please?
Equiniti staff number 2, first name and surname. Emily Buchanan, edit, Tuesday the 18th of January, 2022.
Thank you very much.
Equiniti staff number 2, first name. Emily Buchanan, edit, Tuesday the 18th of January, 2022.
Mrs.
Equiniti staff number 1, first name and surname. Emily Buchanan, edit, Tuesday the 18th of January, 2022.
was looking after me previously. Do you know whether she's at work today or whether she's off sick?
I'm not entirely sure. Let me have a quick look for you. I am currently working from home, so I'm just going to have a look at her stuff now.
Yes, I know. It's very awkward. I'm sorry.
Okay, so it does look like she is in the office today.
Very good.
Or at least working.
Very good. Are you able to put me through to her, please?
I can certainly see if she's available for you. Would you mind if I just place you on hold very briefly?
Please do, but don't lose me, because we're coming to closing time and I wouldn't be able to get back in again.
Thank you very much for holding. So although...
Equiniti staff number 1, first name. Emily Buchanan, edit, Tuesday the 18th of January, 2022.
Is in today. She's not currently available. Is this anything I can help you with?
If you've got a bit of stamina, and if you let her know that I called, have you spoken to her or emailed her?
So I've just left her a message, just stating that you've requested to speak to her, and I have nothing, no response back as of yet.
Fine.
I'm assuming that she's currently busy.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. But because she was extremely helpful, I don't want to cut across her work. So if you would mind putting a file note during this conversation, I know it's recorded, but people don't listen to the recordings, and then make sure you email it to her. because it would be, because we're continuing something that she was investigating, and I don't want to cut across it because it was quite sensitive.
Okay, absolutely.
Okay, so you let her know by today so that she doesn't think we're cutting across her or cutting out.
No, that's okay. I will keep her informed.
Thank you very much. I'm very grateful to you. She's a lovely lady and she was very helpful. What's happened?
How is it I can help today?
Okay, well, it's not you helping. It's clarifying something which she revealed in the dialogue. What has happened is that a cheque for £79,000 made out to me, drawn on Lloyd's Bank, dated the 20th of August, 2021, was sent to a wrong address, and those who got it encashed it and made off with the money. And this was likely to happen again this December unless we stopped it. And City of London Police and Lloyd's Bank are both alerted to it, and the bank has taken it up with the crime numbers with your check department. Now, there are two separate questions. One, where did you actually send it to and to whom did it go? And the second is, what are you doing about getting my address corrected? Because what Equiniti is currently doing is changing people's addresses and then calling the new, the fake address, a new address, not telling you what it is, writing to you at what they're calling the old address, and then saying, if it wasn't you, contact us urgently. Have you come across that? Those letters which say, we've changed your address from your old address. We're writing to you at your old address in case it wasn't you who changed it.
So I am aware of such letters, yes.
Very good. And what they don't do is to tell you what they've changed it to. And obviously, Equiniti is responsible for that because Equiniti is the one that controls Cyrus, not third parties. So that's where it gets complicated, because it tells you about making the change after the event. But if you're confident with the vocabulary old address, meaning your address, the shareholder's address, and new address, meaning the one that they make up, which has nothing to do with you, and you have to shout if it's wrong. Okay? That has got confused with something that she's now referring to, which is a registered address and a correspondence address. And unfortunately, on Sirius, the thing which you are calling a correspondence address is seemingly what you're calling the new address that you never actually revealed to the poor old shareholder. Are you following so far?
I am following, yes.
Right. When you send out the dividend checks, especially when they're big amounts, my name is Mira Makar. It's pronounced Mira, not Myra. I'm the joint principal shareholder of Triad Group PLC. I took it to market in March 1996. We were customers of Bank of Scotland registrars and then Lloyd's TSB registrars. Between me and the other joint principal shareholder, we control 60% of the equity. The registered address is what you're calling the old address, which is the one and only address that you have or have ever had. That's my address.
And may I ask you to confirm that address, please?
Yes, it's 218 Ben Johnson, without an H, house. I think you might, I think Equiniti calls it flat 218. Yes, it does. Barbican, London, EC2Y8DL. Okay?
Okay.
And it's never changed. And you will find that 2 years ago we had a 2p dividend, 23rd of August 2019, and I got a dividend check made out to Mira McCarr, drawn on Lloyd's for 79,000. This one was exactly the same for this August, 2p as well. And in the top left hand of the document that you get, it doubles up. Not only is it your dividend check, but it's also a notification of your entitlement to the dividend. And on the top left-hand corner, they put your name and your address. And what Mrs.
Equiniti staff number 1, surname. Emily Buchanan, edit, Tuesday the 18th of January, 2022.
said to me is that the image of that document is not accessible to the call centre. And therefore, the call centre cannot categorically say where they sent it. That's more complex because they can obviously find out from the scanning department. And that's one of the things she needed to do. On the top of the document, there's a barcode, and she said they use window envelopes. Are you familiar with the window envelopes that Lansing uses? Yeah. Right. So you can actually see through, because the question arose, if you're using two addresses, are you doing the window envelope with the name, address of the shareholder, and then sticking it in another envelope with the name of an address of some third party? And she said, no, it's one window envelope. And what you can see is the shareholder's name, the shareholder's address, and up the side is a barcode. And for that dividend, can you please make a note of this? The barcode is P12078566 spot 0000, and then 2 digits for me. It'll be 71 or less. And then 1/1. And the reason I know all the digits is because the other shareholders have got their dividend checks. I'm the only one who didn't get it for August. Well, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I certainly didn't get it for August or for December. So it's a total of 160,000 that's outstanding. It's quite a lot of money. So the issue was that she needed to get access from the back office to find out what was actually written on that document. And that was the issue that gave rise to a City of London police crime number, which you will have on your records, of course. That was what was taken with the marked up old cheque to Lloyd's Banking Group. And when they took this up with Equiniti the week before Christmas Eve, one of the big issues that they were trying to get Equiniti to do was to make sure that I had only one address and that all these other fake addresses, to which I'd been objecting since 2016, it was purged so that you don't have this problem. And on top of it, of course, is that you have a problem in that the call centre can't see what goes out. So that's where we got to it. So she needed to see that. Secondly, it looked like on and around the 22nd of November, 2021, round about November, certainly after August, somebody had broken into this correspondence address and they had gone and added some new stuff in there, which was FRP Advisory LLP with a reference number. I'll get it in a minute, but it's not the most important thing. Well, let me just tell you what it is. But anyway, FRP Advisory LLP was a platform that I sued in February 2014. It's bust. It owes me unlimited damages from March 2014 under court reference 2012 folio 3636. And it ceased to exist in February 2020. So somebody had gone and actually put that in there, reference M1898 SDA stroke BKY119 / VCG / MK / L. And then some address in Hertfordshire that Mrs.
Equiniti staff number 1, surname. Emily Buchanan, edit, Tuesday the 18th of January, 2022.
Didn't know that St Albans was in Hertfordshire. So the question is, number one, has it been corrected? And I doubt that it has. And number two, if you can go into the correspondence address and find out, I don't know whether you know how to do this, the date that FRP Advisory LLP was put on there, because I don't think it could possibly have been there in August 2021. It makes absolutely no sense. It looks like they might have had something else and then they changed it to that. So are you able to go into correspondence and see what it was at different dates?
We will be able to check to see when certain addresses were changed or if a correspondence address was added on, things like that.
Right. So can you find out when this FRP Advisory LLP was put on there? Because it's obviously, a defunct platform that doesn't exist and hasn't existed since February 2020. And in any event, it was a defendant that wasn't defending from 2014. So there's no rational reason why that should suddenly appear. And more importantly, I'd like to know what was on there in August 2021. Because that'll explain why the dividend check in August was sent to the wrong place, because they were sending it to the wrong person. But we don't know who it was, because when they came to look at it in November, in late November, someone had changed it again. So can you look as to what it was in August 2021?
Okay, so I've just received a message off. So I'm just having a look into that now for you.
Okay, can you tell her that you're just investigating when FRP Advisory LLP came onto the correspondence address to actually check what was written in that window envelope when the check was sent out supposedly to me, but it wasn't, in August 2021. Just let her know what we're doing.
I'll have a look into that in a moment and see if it's something that I can view. I'm just having a look at the information that...
Equiniti staff number 1, first name. Emily Buchanan, edit, Tuesday the 18th of January, 2022.
...sent through to me.
Well, she won't know the answer to that question. You need to look it up on the computer. If you can look it up on Sirius, because she doesn't know the question that you're addressing. The question that you're addressing is because you can't see the scan of what went out in August, you then have to look into this correspondence address, because I don't think it says FRP Advisory LLP. It makes no sense. So please look at the correspondence history, the address, the name and address. Hello?
So I'm sorry, I do apologise. I'm just looking through the information that...
Equiniti staff number 1, first name. Emily Buchanan, edit, Tuesday the 18th of January, 2022.
...sent me through
No. Can you please put that to one side, because we've gone 5 o'clock. We might get disconnected. And she's had 2 weeks. She's had, a long time to come back to me on that. She hasn't come back. I can't wait. I must know what was written in the window envelope. And it's not FRP Advisory LLP, because that didn't exist on there until November. So please check the correspondence address history.
Okay, so according to the information I've just been sent through, I'm unable to assist you with this.
Well, that is complete bollocks, because she was actually assisting. And this is the reason that you got a City of London police crime number. So if she's told you that you're forbidden from talking to me, you ought to listen to my recorded call with her, because what you're being told is not true.
I can certainly request for the previous call to be listened to. I'm just going off what I can see.
Well, that's a terrible mistake. That is a terrible mistake, because what...
Equiniti staff number 1, first name and surname. Emily Buchanan, edit, Tuesday, the 18th of January, 2022.
...is telling me is to fuck off. That is extremely rude. And I take back everything courteous that I said about her. Please do not speak over me.
Equiniti staff number 2, first name, Emily Buchanan, edit, Tuesday, the 18th of January, 2022.
You're doing exactly the same to me, so...
No. I'm not. I asked you to look something up because she was not available to take the call. So I'm being very tolerant, and I was extremely tolerant of the fact that she didn't bother to call me back with the information that she was required to call me back on. So please do not put reading her emails ahead of resolving this query. I am entitled to know as a shareholder, given that 80,000 has been embezzled from me, and another 80,000 has been embezzled, and you have got a City of London police crime number for stealing 160,000 so far already, and Lloyds Bank has taken it up with your cheque writing department because they don't like it when you write out cheques addressed to Mira McCarr, and Mira McCarr doesn't receive the money. And for your information, the people that you're working with have had me incarcerated in prison, locked up 23 by 24. That is what you're dealing with.
Equiniti staff number 1, first name and surname, Emily Buchanan, edit, Tuesday, the 18th of January, 2022.
Hasn't been in prison. She knows I've been. And she knows that these calls are governed by the Official Secrets Act. And she's putting you in a highly compromised position by telling you to order me to fuck off. Now, would you kindly go back to the question that I asked you?
No, I will kindly go back to telling you that I'm unable to assist you with this query, and based upon how you're reacting and...
You're not being asked to assist. I am telling you that when she told me Monday, the 10th of January, 2022.
Equiniti staff number 2, first name, Emily Buchanan, edit, Tuesday, the 18th of January, 2022.
Let's just put the phone down on me.